I hope everyone, I'm back again. So I've been rooting and flashing my HTC One M8, and I came across quite a nice ROM that you might want to check out. It's called the Skydragon Google Play Edition ROM, which promises to turn your M8 into a Google Play Edition M8, which gets rid of Sense. Sense obviously is quite a nice overlay. But still a lot of people do prefer like stock Android look, and with this ROM you get in better battery life, better performance, as well as a whole load of optimizations such as the ability to tweak your CPU, as well as all these fancy names such as zip aligned, build prop tweaks, aroma installer as well to make it easy to install all your tweaks. So it's something you should definitely check out. And when you're looking at the ROM, it just looks much like a Nexus 5 would look. It's very clean, very lack of bloatware on there. You do get quite a few stuff on there that you can use to tweak the CPU on the device if you're into that kind of thing, such as overclocking and underclocking. I've not done any of it myself because I think that maybe down the line, if you've overclocked it, it might increase the strain on the processor. But if you want to, for example, eke out as much battery life as possible, then this ROM will give you the ability to do that by underclocking it. As you can see, just basically press either down or up, whichever one you want. So very customizable in regards to the CPU settings. You can also have a look at your memory usage as well, and basically set a profile to keep a lot of memory free if you want, using the very aggressive type of profile, or a very light one, for example, if you just want to free up a little bit of memory. So some nice optimization apps, tools in this particular ROM, particularly if you like customizing your device. But in terms of the actual speed, I found it to be blindingly fast at doing stuff. The HTC One M8 in itself is a very fast device, and I've got zero kind of issues with it. But I think the combination of stock Android, as well as all those tweaks that you can do, just really make it kind of fly. I've yet to slow it down, but if you're looking for a very fast, fluid experience, then you should definitely check out this ROM. I don't think you're going to find a faster experience for the HTC One M8. Multitasking, very nice and quick as well. Bearing in mind this is just a 2 gig RAM device, so not the highest amount of capacity there. But it's very hard to slow down. So speed is definitely an emphasis on this particular ROM. Obviously, you might have seen that they've changed the camera as well. You don't get the stock HTC One M8 Sense camera, which is a bit of a bummer, really. I'm quite a fan of the original camera on the HTC One M8, which is quite customizable. But the camera that you do get with the ROM is quite decent, and it gives you some options that you can configure, such as the white balance and things like that. But I think I'm not much of a fan of this particular kind of scroll up interface. I find it a bit finicky. As you can see, it can be quite difficult to get to where you want to get to. But you can customize the white balance and some other options on it. You get your normal options such as video quality, as well as you know, this interface really weird to get to grips with, but I think if you're used to that kind of thing, then you might not struggle as much as me. But personally, I might be looking at finding a different camera app on the Google Play Store, which is a bit more easier to use. In regards to the music player, you know, it's Google Play kind of music player. They don't include the original HTC music player in there. So you do get the basic settings like equalizer settings that you're used to on like your Nexus devices. So you can have a little play with them, but it's not that in depth compared to some other devices. So you know, don't expect too much out of it. But thanks to those you know, boom sound speakers, it's not so much of an issue. They still sound as loud as when I first got the device, so it's you know, it's still a very nice point on the device. Apparently, the ROM is supposedly supports OTA updates, so you don't have to bother updating it yourself. But when I've gone on to try and you know, get the OTA updater to find like an update package, it gives an error for some reason, error fetching update info. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Probably something that I need to look into on XDA. But it is nice that they have built that into it so that you can keep it up to date like that. But yeah, you know, overall I think that this is quite a nice ROM. You know, it's quite fast, fluid and stable. I've not found any major issues with it. And if you're a fan of stock Android and you like the sound of, you know, better battery life, customizable CPU tweaking and all that, then you should definitely check out this particular ROM. So it's the Skydragon ROM, and I'm using edition version 3.0.1. And yeah, you know, definitely check it out. I'll leave a link on the description of the video, and if I have time, I'll post up how-to of how to get it on. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.